I know. I know. It's been a while. My apologies to all 30 of you who watch my channel. We're back. Short story. I left uni because it was shit, and I'm back. So, UFC Fight Night Noche, Silva versus Lopes. Holy shit, it's probably gonna be a dead fight. I can't lie. Why? I'll talk about it in a minute. So, let's get on with the card. Alright. You might have seen what I just did. Alright, Tatiana Suarez versus Amanda Lemos. Now, obviously, Tatiana Suarez is coming off a loss versus Zhang Weili. She was mid. She was mid against Zhang. I thought she was going to win. I thought she was going to be a champion at the end of the year. No! So, she's against Amanda Lemos. Now, us UFC fans, when it comes to a women's fight, we tend to see who's more... Like, to see who's going to win a fight, we have a way to show it. So it's like, for example, I think... Now, a lot of people are going to say Lemos is going to win because of her appearance. If you know what I mean. But I'm going with Tatiana Suarez. I'm just going to move past this fight quickly because no one really cares. Like, it's not because I'm, whatever. I need to be careful what I say now because next fight, Kevin Gastelum, big boy. I'm surprised he's making weight. He's facing Dustin Stolfus. They call me a casual because I don't know who he is, and then call me a casual. It's just a blob fight, really. It's just Blob versus the guy you would find working at a Tesco at the tills. Do you know what I mean? That's what he looks like. He works at Dunelm. Gastelum, bit more experience. He's been in tougher fights, and that's why I'm going with him. Probably going to regret it because, you know what? Looking back, I think actually, you know what? Lemos is going to win. And Dustin's going to win as well. Because I don't see Kelvin winning a fight in 2025. I know Johnny Walker just won, but Johnny Walker's the boy. Next up, Rafa Garcia versus Jared Gordon. Now, all my homies know about Jared Gordon, how he got robbed against Paddy Pimblett. Nah, I don't. It's been a few years since I watched a Paddy fight. I'm not too sure. You know what? I'm going to watch it later. I'll put in the comments who I think won the fight. It was close. Yeah, it's a good matchup in the I don't even know what this division this is. Lightweight. Rafa Garcia, I'm pretty sure he was coming off like a win streak or something. Jared, not so much. I think he lost his last fight. But we got to go with the boy. I look. Had to rush this video out. I've had no research. Normally I tend to watch people's fights before. I've had no time because I've been playing Fortnite. And my camera stand just arrived an hour ago, and this video is meant to be out tonight, so it's not going to be edited either. So next video is going to be edited. It's just I can't be bothered to set up Premiere Pro, so bear with me. Rob Font versus David Martinez. It was meant to be Chiwiwis, but it didn't work out. Chiwiwis got injured or something. I don't know. I think he would have beat Rob Font. I think Rob Font's pretty mid. Nah, he's alright. Rob Font versus David Martinez. David Martinez is good. Winning streak. I think he lost one of his first UFC fights. So, 12-1 is an amazing record in the UFC, or in MMA itself. Obviously there's a lot more losses. That's the thing. Obviously I was a boxing fan first, then MMA. So when I look at boxing, some guy could be 22-4. And some people are like, oh, he's washed, he's dog. I'm like, mate, look at Charles Oliveira. He's like 38-12, and he's like seen as a god. So, but I'm going with David Martinez. I've watched a few fights here and there. Like sometimes when I'm watching like the fight nights and stuff, he looks very good. He looks very powerful. I don't know if you never know. Rob Font could pull it off, but David. Don't mess my predictions up, bro. Diego Lopes versus John Silva. John Silva's going to cry at the weigh-ins. He's going to cry at the win. I'm joking. It's a big moment for him. First main event. Obviously he took down Bryce Mitchell. I thought Bryce Mitchell was going to submit him. No, John Silva, he's a dangerous Donny. You know, he just around the cage having fun, slapping people, like, and he's just like, even when he's losing fights, you know, he's still, you never know, because obviously a few fights before, you know, it looked like he was losing, he was having fun, just knocked him out. So Diego Lopes is a tough test though. Nearly knocked out Volk. Oh, just know my. I'm gonna get monetized for this, demonetized. But I was scared. I think it was the third round. He dropped Volk or something. Oh, I've never been so nervous in my life. But Diego Lopes, Mullet Man, João Silva. Bro's got the Mackey's trim. But I'm going with João Silva here, and it's very controversial. Normally, you know, my head and my heart would go Diego. You know, more experience. You know, higher fights, fighting. You know, Brian Ortega. Who's he fought? It's not Yusuf. He fought that guy at 300. Knocked him out in the first round. Fought Volk. It wasn't close, but you know, he sort of, you know, had a championship fight. But João Silva, he's powerful. He has submission game. He's quick. He has, you know, the ego, and like he just has a personality where it's like it'll be tough to break him. That's why I'm going with him. You know, obviously the Fire Nerds had a pretty rough night last week at Paris. You know, Calbahao, he lost to Imavov, which was obviously going to happen, and Ruffy lost to BSD. Pretty rough, bro. Yeah, then Prates was crying in the crowd with Ian cut Gary, being like, oh, you know, I'm not going to do an Irish accent, but, you know, he's basically like, you know what, champ, it's fine. You know, you can sleep with my wife later. I'm going with João Silva. Thank you for watching. I'll be back next week. Being more prepared. This was a very late notice video. I wanted to do this yesterday and actually, no, I wanted to be able to research. But honestly, I've just been, well, especially what happened last night, it just, all my planning went out the window, because obviously I was so invested in the event that took place. But thank you for watching. Toodle pip.